happens here. So, first row, I had the Tiger. I just feel like it's the best here. Just gives you passive healing, passive damage. Tiger Lust for the increased move speed. You can also take Celerity or Chi Torpedo, either one, but I just like Tiger's Lust. Light Brewing reduces the cooldown of Iron Skin Brew and Purifying Brew by 3 seconds, increases their maximum number of charges by 1. I just always take that. I take Leg Sweep for the stun. I take this because it'll make Stagger 40% more effective against magical attacks. I take Rushing Jadewind because I feel like it's the best here. It's just extra damage. And I take Blackout combo because it empowers the rest of your abilities. So, that's my normal talents. We'll talk about honor talents here. Gladiator's Medallion, because it's Gladiator's Medallion. I'm going to use this, use that, slow everyone, and just kind of try and do my rotation here. Rest in peace. And we will just try and 1v1 this Enhancement Shaman if we can get the 1v1. We'll see what happens here. Definitely taking a bunch of damage, so... Oh yeah, I'm dead. Good stuff, guys. Feels bad. Okay, let's talk about honor talents real quick. Honor talents, Gladiator's Medallion for the trinket. Relentless Assault for the extra damage. This because drinking Purifying Brew will dispel snares against you. Hot Tub because it does 30% of your staggered damage to all enemies within 10 yards. Pretty much does extra damage. This is pretty much a free trinket. I don't think I've crafted any of these yet, so I actually need to do that. And then I take... Actually, you're going to want to take Double Barrel. I'm not really supposed to be taking Incendiary Breath, so I forgot to change that out, by the way. So, ideally, you want to take Double Barrel because it makes your Keg Smash do 50% additional damage, and it will stun people as well. So that's the honor talents for Brewmaster. Don't know what this guy's plan here is, but we'll roll with it. I'm going to use Staggering Brew, which will just increase the amount of damage that we do stagger. I'm going to use my Blackout Strike on this guy, and pretty much just keep on rolling with this. He is doing a decent amount of damage to me. I also do have a Shadow Priest on me as well. And pretty much all we're doing is using Blackout Strike and then following it up with the Tiger's Palm. Any ability you use, you want to use their Blackout Strike before it, because Blackout Strike does empower all of your abilities with Blackout combo. My item level, 934. So again, Blackout combo pretty much empowers the rest of your abilities. So if you're not using Blackout Strike before all of your other abilities, you're kind of playing the spec wrong, but it will work, I suppose. And again, I'm going to throw that down. I'm going to use my Rushing Jadewind and Breathe Fire on all these guys. I'm going to use Exploding Keg here and probably just Leg Sweep everyone. And this is the general gist of how to play Brewmaster, guys. All you do is you Blackout Strike, and when you have nothing else to press, you combo, or you Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm. Ideally, you want to Blackout Strike then Keg Smash. That's definitely, like, kind of #1 priority, but... And again, I'm going to use Purifying Brew here, because I am very low on health. Going to use Expel Harm, and I am just dead here. Feels bad. Feels bad indeed, but... Brewmaster, I'd say, in the tank list of good to bad, tank list is as follows: Blood Death Knight, Vengeance Demon Hunter, Guardian Druid, probably Brewmaster Monk, then Prot Warrior, and then Prot Pally. So it's in the middle. It's not too good. It's not too bad. Yeah, I mean, it's Blood Death Knight. It's Blood. No, it's not. It's not Blood Death Knight. It's Brewmaster Monk. So it's kind of one of those tank specs. It's all right, but it's not, you know, like as good as it should be, I think. I'd say the best part about Brewmaster Monk is that your Tiger's Palm can hit super hard. I've hit 1,000,000 Tiger Palms before, so just keep that in mind. I'm barely hitting for anything here, so we'll see. So you'll see there, I mean, I hit 400,000s every now and then. It's kind of luck when it comes down to Tiger Palm damage, but reduces the cooldown of your brews by 1 second. Okay, didn't know that. You'll really know, or really tell that I don't play this that much, because I don't know if there's a good Brewmaster Monk out there that like makes guides or anything like that, but if there is, I'd suggest, you know, looking to him for advice rather than myself. But I just play Brewmaster Monk when people want me to play it, and I try to make it work. I am very low here, so probably just gonna use some cooldowns, hopefully. Hopefully I'll live here. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah. So, I mean, Brewmaster's Brewmaster, guys. Lure, what's up, man? Good to see you. So, when it comes to abilities, Blackout Strike... Oh, shit. Blackout Strike does physical damage, generates your Blackout combo. Blackout combo pretty much empowers all of your abilities. Keg Smash does a decent amount of damage and slows people. And, Fire Breath does fire damage and also burns people. Rushing Jade One just does damage. Iron Skin Brew increase the damage you delay stagger by an additional 35%, so that's strong. Then there's also Purifying Brew, which does get rid of some of your staggered damage, which is also strong as well. Ideally, you want to pretty much just use Staggering Brew whenever people do start attacking you, like this Frost Death Knight, for example. Seems like this guy's going to be attacking me as well. So again, we want to Blackout Strike, then use our Keg Smash for the reduced cooldown on our brews. Going to use Purifying Brew here because I am kind of taking a decent amount of damage. Not really getting focused here either, but we are just gonna very slowly kill this Death Knight. Even though I'm a tank, I still do kind of decent damage. He can just Icebound Fortitude and, you know, probably just live here, but we'll see what happens. And there's Death Strikes, guys. There's the Death Strikes. Live, monk, live. I'm trying to do damage. I don't do a whole bunch, but I'm trying. I'm doing my best. What's up? If I were to boost another character, would I want a Pally or Warlock? Probably Warlock. Warlock's fun, so I'd suggest Warlock. And this is kind of the rotation. Again, Blackout Strike, Tiger Palm. Pretty much you just use Blackout Strike on cooldown because it does empower all of your other abilities. I'm taking the wrong honor talent to keep that in mind as well. And we will use that Keg Smash for the slow and extra damage. Breathe Fire onto these guys. Going to use Staggering Brew here because I feel like I'm going to start taking some damage here as well. Probably going to leg sweep all these guys because there is just a ton of people up here. Again, we're going to pretty much keep up Purifying / Staggering Brew. Going to use Fortifying Brew, use that. Pretty much, you just want to use brews to kind of delay damage and clear damage from you. Again, hold on. So again, Blackout Strike, use Purifying Brew for the kind of, you know, purifying effect of it. Does do a decent amount of damage, and that's why I do take that honor talent. That will do damage based on how much damage you clear off of yourself. Going to use Purifying Brew here again, because I do have a decent amount of damage on me as well through Stagger. We did break through. I'm just going to roll and click the objective. And click the objective. Just kidding, I will die. So we'll see how much damage we do with Hot Trub. So again, Hot Trub did a decent amount of damage there. And that is my honor talent. That does cleanse the amount of damage that I do have staggered. I watched you on YouTube for so long and I have no idea how hot you really are. Thanks, Dad. Can I do another sub-rogue video again? I love playing my rogue and would like some more tips. I did sub-rogue yesterday. I do have a guide coming out for that as well. So we could possibly play rogue today. So let's talk about the kind of rotation. Again, more in depth, just me kind of talking here. So, when it comes down to it, you want to Blackout Strike before you use any of your abilities because it will empower those abilities. You usually go through the rotation of keeping Iron Skin Brew on yourself because it reduces the amount of staggered damage that you actually stagger. Purifying Brew pretty much gets rid of some of your staggered damage as well. So you're pretty much going to Blackout Strike, Keg Smash, Blackout Strike, Breath of Fire, Blackout Strike, Tiger Palm, Blackout Strike, Keg Smash, kind of that rotation as well. So remember to use Blackout Strike before any of your other abilities. Use Iron Skin Brew when you are getting focused because it will reduce the amount of stagger damage that you do take. Use Purifying Brew once you do have a decent amount of stagger damage as well. I'm going to get stunned here. I'm going to trinket that because I can. Going to use that brew here and just kind of do damage to this guy. Fresh Orange Squeeze, thanks for the follow. And Sebastian, thank you for the follow as well. We'll just, you know, play the gate, I suppose. There's just a ton of people trying to hit the gate. And this is where Brewmasters, I'd say, shine. And by shine, I mean we're going to use Staggering Brew, going to use Blackout Strike, and then Keg Smash just for reduced cooldown on my abilities. And taking a decent amount of damage here. I'm going to leg sweep everyone because I'm going to use Purifying Brew here, just to purify some of that damage I am taking. Also going to use it again here because I did take a decent amount of damage there as well. Going to use Keg Smash with Blackout Strike Empowerment to reduce the cooldown of my brews. And again, Blackout Strike, Keg Smash to reduce the cooldown on my brews again. You'll see I do have a decent amount of brew stacks again. And again, Blackout Strike, Keg Smash for reduced cooldown on my brews. And that's pretty much all you really do. When you have nothing else to press other than Keg Smash and Blackout, or Keg Smash and Blackout Strike, you do want to use kind of Tiger Palm or Breath. It's up to you really which one you press, but again, I'm going to take a decent amount of damage here. I'm actually just going to leg sweep all these guys. Use my Purifying Brew. Going to use all of my brews here because I am taking a decent amount of damage. Going to use Purifying Brew again there. Going to use Blackout Strike and Breath of Fire. Going to use Blackout Strike and Keg Smash because for the reduced cooldown on my brews. Going to go on these guys. Blackout Strike, Keg Smash again for the reduced cooldown on my brews as well. When I have nothing else to press, I'm just going to Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm. And we will just roll with that. We'll kind of try and spin the flag here. Or we'll just, yeah, we'll go run towards the gate. Because that's probably where they need me. So again, we're just going to run in there. Use our Rushing Jadewind. You're going to want Rushing Jadewind up all the time. Pretty much just does a decent amount of damage. Adding up over time. Hitting for 500,000 there. Decent damage right there. And I imagine they're going to break through the blue gate soon here as well. So again, don't really think I have to review it, but Blackout Strike, Keg Smash will reduce the cooldown on your Iron Skin Brew and your Purifying Brew. Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm will make your Tiger Palm do decent damage. Blackout Strike and Breath of Fire will, I think it breathes a second Breath of Fire. Oh no, the cooldown's reduced by 3 seconds when you do that, so. Blackout Strike and Purifying Brew grants you stack elusive. Pause a stagger. Damage for 3 seconds. Okay. So, you really want a Blackout Strike before you use any of your abilities. This should be baseline, I believe, but I don't know why Blizzard doesn't have a baseline yet, so. Again, we're just going to go towards the gate, use our Rushing Jadewind to interrupt them, and pretty much use our Keg Smash to just do damage to them, and do the normal rotation of Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm. Blackout Strike, Keg Smash for the reduced damage on, or for the reduced cooldown on my brews. Again, just do the normal rotation of Blackout Strike, Tiger Palm, Blackout Strike, Keg Smash. Going to use Staggering Brew because I am going to take a decent amount of damage here. I'm also going to use Staggering Brew because I will take damage there as well. Going to cleanse my damage here on these guys. I'm pretty dead here. No, just kidding. I'm alive. And we will just hopefully kind of live here. Maybe. We'll see. Nope, I'm dead. So, Brewmaster. I'd say it has a high skill cap. Or it's just, like, not really developed all the way. I don't really know, to be honest. And again, this isn't my main monk spec. If anything, I know how to heal better and DPS better on a monk, and by that I mean I know how to play Mistweaver and Windwalker a lot better than I do this spec. But who really plays Brewmaster Monk in PvP? Like, who mains it? I don't think anyone does, really. There might be like that one odd fellow who just mains Brewmaster Monk for some reason, but we will see. And again, just gonna play near the gate. That is a healer, just gonna do damage to him here. Tiger Palm did hit for 330,000 there. You main Brewmaster Monk, but do you really? If you actually do, kudos, man. Kudos to you. Because it feels clunky, kind of. I feel like Blackout combo should really be baseline, but it's not for some reason. I'll go on the Shadow Priest here. Just kidding. I'll go on this Death Knight. And again, we will use Purifying Brew whenever we get a decent amount of stacks here. And again, gonna use Purifying Brew again. Gonna use Fortifying Brew. Gonna use my Explosive Cask. Do a decent amount of damage there. Gonna use Staggering Brew here. Just for the reduced, or for the increased stagger amount. And use Blackout Strike and Keg Smash for the reduced cooldown on that. Gonna use Purifying Brew here just to do damage. Blackout Strike, Keg Smash for reduced cooldown on my brews. And Blackout Strike and Tiger Palm. You're a Brewmaster Monk main, I too like drinking alcohol. And again, they broke through yellow, but they only have like a minute left, so I'm not really too concerned. We'll just go play towards the gate of the objective. You'll see my damage is kind of decently high for a Brewmaster. That's just because, I don't know, Brewmasters do decent damage. I'm literally just gonna play at the gate here because I don't want these guys to be able to plant the bombs. And we will stop the bomb plant on this guy. And all we have to do is stand here with Rushing Jadewind. That's all I really have to do. This guy is going to try and juke us. I do realize that he is a gladiator. He did have a gladiator mount, so that's something to keep in mind. Again, all I have to do here is just run around with Rushing Jadewind and kind of stop their plants. And I will stop the plants just with Rushing Jadewind damage. So, again, just Blackout Strike, Tiger Palm. And that's the general rotation of Brewmaster Monk here. And in this, again, I don't main this. I don't main this spec at all. Keep that in mind. But as long as you read the abilities and what they do, I do believe that you'll get a general idea of how to play this spec. I don't think they're going to capture any of these because I will just stand here with Rushing Jadewind until they choose to hit me, which I don't think they really are. And again, just keep up Rushing Jadewind. Rushing Jadewind damage will add up over time. And that's GG, boys. So Brewmaster Monk, Blackout Strike is your main ability. Blackout Strike empowers the rest of your abilities. You want a Blackout Strike and Keg Smash for reduced cooldown on your brews. That's your first Blackout Strike priority. After that, you want to use Blackout Strike on your brews if you can. Pretty much will just empower those a little bit. And then Blackout Strike and Keg Smash and Blackout Strike and use it on your brews. Don't forget about your Explosive Cask, which is your artifact ability. You also have Leg Sweep and Fortifying Brew, keep that in mind, and your Nimble Brew pretty much is extra trinket for you, so keep that in mind as well. Don't forget about your Interrupt as well. And that's Brewmaster Monk. I will have a more in-depth guide on my channel in the near future, so keep a lookout for that. And yeah, that's Brewmaster Monk. I don't main it, but it's in the middle of the tank tier. It's above Prot Warrior. It's below Guardian Druid. And yeah, it's a tank class, so I don't really play it all that often, but I do my best when I do play it. So yeah. 1:13:25, I believe, is the time for that.